Welcome to Honky Tonk Friday Night. I'm Christopher Burkhardt. I'll be your host tonight with stellar shows at Jack's. And we got a great audience out here. You know, this is about the 100th show we've done here at Campus Jack's, and you're definitely the best looking audience yet. Tonight we got a band from Nashville that's not only very creative, but they're very good looking too. Their music reminds me, or the name of the band reminds me of that Old West joke. If cowboys made any sense, they'd be the ones riding side saddle. May the horse be with you. Please welcome to the stage, Side Pony.
All right, guys. We are so happy to be here, and thank you all for joining us. This is, we just decided we were going to do a tour.
Anyway, we're going to do it anyway.
It doesn't matter if there's a pandemic. Because we just put out an album, and we really want to play it for you guys. What do you think? Are you up for it? And hopefully we got some folks at home tuning in, too. And we really appreciate all the support. It's nice being in the hometown crowd. And it's now Caitlin's new hometown.
I have always wanted to be a Californian. I'm not going to lie. Today, what street was that, Alice, that we were on in Laguna?
Brook Street.
Does anyone know what Brook Street is? No, the one where we went down in the circle on the spiral, and I stood out on the sunroof.
Oh, yeah.
And Alice was driving. She didn't know I was going to do it. And she was like, get down. And I was like, no, I'm flying.
Yeah. Almost killed her. Yeah. Yeah, coming down off the top of the world out of Laguna.
I flew today in California.
And lived to tell the tale.
Some people might say it was a bad idea, which just happens to be the title of this song.
You guys ready? Yeah. Let's do it.
Twice to learn a lesson. A headache never taught me not to throw back that last shot. I lose all my chips and keep on betting. Looking for some pain like it's a flame and I'm the mod. All of my bad ideas keep getting better. All of my predilections, you are the best and the worst combined. How much of my soul have I sold to the devil? So I can wake up in this bed just to contend with the regret of what I did last night. The trial commences first thing in the morning. Jury in my head would surely burn me at the stake. And I didn't think you'd be so happy for me. I'm hanging on by the hair of the dog, just begging for a taste. All of my bad ideas keep getting better. All of my predilections, you are the best and the worst combined. How much of my soul have I sold to the devil? So I can wake up in this bed just to contend with the regret of what I did last night. I've got a devil on each shoulder and both of them agree. If I'm going down to the flames of hell, well, I'm taking you with me. I don't care what it costs me, tell the waitress bring the check. I want you to show me just how good bad can get.
Well, thank you. Well, if you were at the last Campus Jack show before we had Side Pony, we didn't really have Side Pony then yet officially, did we?
No, but we had just recorded our album, but it wasn't out yet, so we weren't
Right.
really we weren't fully fledged Side Pony yet.
Right. So we had to, if we didn't tell you then, we can tell you now that we started writing songs together during the pandemic, and then we wrote so many that we didn't want to fight over who was going to get to put which song on whose record, so we had to make a band.
Yeah. It's okay, the world's shut down. What do you want to do? Form a band. Great.
It's so easy to form a band, too, when you're like in a lockdown and you can't go anywhere or play any shows or have to do any admin or booking or anything. It's very easy.
Yeah. It's all just like a theory at that point.
Yeah.
And now we're out here doing it, and it's pretty darn cool to actually get to do it. It's just a little more work.
So true.
A little more driving.
So we wrote a song called Lucky Break, which is actually the title of our album, because without, the lucky break we all had, we wouldn't be as lucky to have this band that we have now, which is so much work that we love.
We're looking as hard as we can on that bright side of all this craziness this last couple years. All right, this is Lucky Break.
All the races have been called off. All the clocks have been stopped. Every contest is a wash. All the meetings are postponed. All the outcomes are unknown. Everyone's alone. Nobody's getting ahead. Nobody's missing out. We're no better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for your whole life to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. All the wheels falling off. The sky fell and the ground opened up, but it couldn't swallow all of us. Don't know when the dust will clear, but what's a few months or a year to fix what's really broken here? Nobody's getting ahead. Nobody's missing out. We're no better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for your whole life to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. No one asked if you were ready to let go, but if you aim for rock bottom, maybe you'll strike gold. Wow, nobody's getting ahead. Nobody's missing out. No better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for the whole world to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. Hey, hey. Thank you.
Oh man, it does feel real good to be up here. Sounds good out there? Oh, these guys know how to make things sound good in this room.
Yeah, they do.
I know. Last night, Austin was our sound guy, and he did a great job. But these guys have got him beat by just a little bit.
He didn't test like the hi-hat and the tom and the snare.
No, he didn't test any of them. What the heck, Austin? No, we love this venue. Christopher puts on some of the best shows in all of Southern California. And so this is definitely the hometown show that we play when we come to town. All right. So this next song is another song. We're basically just going down the order of our Side Pony album to start with here. And this song is about not... What do you want to say? We introduce this differently like every time. It's sort of just like a game of like, what are we going to say this time?
I don't know. I thought maybe out as a window I could get in there.
Well, you know, songs really need no introduction when they're written well. But if you've ever found that you shrank yourself for a member of the opposite sex,
Yeah.
most likely a man.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose it could happen in the opposite direction as well, but more likely,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little shrinking.
you know, there's a whole history of...
Yeah. So
that
Alice
being
was
expected.
she was dating someone short, and she was going to do that. She was going to wear
But
flats.
just physically shrink myself, because I didn't want to
Yeah.
make him feel bad, because he...
And I said, do not take your heels off for him. And we said, damn, that's good. Let's write it. Okay, let's go.
When I was young, I learned some things from televisions and movie screens.
A woman had to play it small to make her man feel big and tall.
And though we know today all that is really just absurd.
These kinds of lessons aren't easy to unlearn.
Like if you wanna please a man, put on your shortest skirt.
Had dinner on the table after you get home from work.
To hang on to a man, they say you shouldn't be too smart, and you shouldn't be so tall that you don't fit under his arm.
But I won't take my heels off of you, the way I've been expected to do. A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off of you.
If you wanna keep a man, you gotta listen to him talk. While he's pontificating, just make sure to smile and nod. Let him educate you on all the finer points of drywall installation and things you both enjoy.
If you wanna keep a man, don't you correct him when he's wrong. He doesn't take directions, what he takes is twice as long. To hang on to a man, sometimes you have to let him win till he stripped you down to nothing and he wants to go all in. But I won't take my heels off of you, the way I've been expected to do. A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off of you. God bless Jimmy. I won't take my heels off of you, way I've been expected to do. A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off of you, way I've been expected to do. Busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off of you. I won't take my heels off of you. I won't take my heels off of you.
everybody.
That's a fun one. We're going to have a music video coming out for that song very shortly.
I did the choreography. I'm gonna get a choreographer's credit for the choreography that I did.
If she reminds me to put it in the YouTube description.
Otherwise, it just won't get done.
Yep, but we did choreography. She made me dance around, and we had flashing lights. I mean, yeah, it was like we were in like a Paula Abdul video or something.
It was. I can't wait. I can't wait until I meet someone who knows Paula Abdul, so I can get it to her.
Well, this next one was inspired by before the pandemic hit, I went in the studio and recorded a version of the song "Long, Long Time" that Linda Ronstadt recorded. Some of you guys might have heard it. And
We're not going to play it, unfortunately.
no, but we're just going to mention it because,
Because you can get it on iTunes.
yeah, it's out there. You can listen to it. I think it came out pretty good. Caitlin was in the studio with me that day when I was recording it, and we both just left we just were singing that song for weeks and just thinking like, it's just one of the greatest songs ever written. And we just wanted to take a stab at writing something that would like have that same sort of timelessness to it.
Yeah, to pay homage to our predecessors that we love so much.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we would write something that, maybe they would have cut, and I think we, it was our first time doing it. We probably came just under, but still worthy, don't you think?
We got to keep ourselves humble,
We dug down deep into our shallow pain for this one.
We got plenty of pain to tap into, that is for darn sure. It's called All I Have Is Want.
Gave you my attention, even though they say, let him feel your absence, don't answer right away. Gave up the upper hand, oh, I'm tired of the games, of being on the run, just so you'd have something to chase. That was my mistake. I thought if you get back what you give, then I'll give it all I got. I gave you all I had, and now all I have is want. I gave in to the craving I always denied, so convinced that I could trust my heart and not my mind. I guess love is blind. If you get back what you give, then I'll give it all I got. I gave you all I had, and now all
Let's hear it for the band.
Right? And I do have to mention, if you take home a CD tonight or a vinyl, in case you got a record player, we got vinyl, on that song to kind of bring it full circle, since it was inspired by a Linda Ronstadt song, we had Linda Ronstadt's pedal steel player playing the pedal steel on that song. He played the solo in Blue Bayou on the Linda Ronstadt record, and now he's playing the solo on our song. His name's Dan Dugmore, or as Caitlin likes to call him, Doug Danmore.
I mean, I feel like that's what you get for having two first names in Nashville, you know? It's like interchangeable. It should be allowed. Anyway, he really liked it. He said, I really like this song. Didn't he?
I think he did. We should put that on our website. Dan Dugmore approves.
Dan Dugmore
Or
approves.
Doug Danmore approves.
Whoever.
And then they'll be like, who's that? Well,
Is this the part where...
yeah, this is the part where we switch over from... So those are the first 4 Side Pony songs on our record. And we thought we'd take a little bit in this middle here to introduce you to us as solo artists, since we still do that an awful lot. And Caitlin recorded and released a brilliant album in 2020, right as the pandemic was getting going. And so she didn't get to tour, she didn't get to play it for anybody. And so she's got to play a few of these songs for you guys tonight. What do you think?
I'll only play them if you'll sing with me, Alice. Will you be my backup singer, Alice Wallace?
I will.
Yeah, so they call us the perfect combination of class and crass. And you're going to find out why right now. Here we go.
You know the way teachers say you'll get ahead if you get straight A's. Run laps on the varsity track. Harvard's got a 5% acceptance rate, so I busted my ass and I did all that just to pour coffee in a Starbucks hat, saying, would you like to have a pastry with that? But there ain't no other way to get a dental plan. I'm going for the bronze. I'm gonna knock it in the park, 'cause I'm not trying to get too far ahead. A pretty good GPA will get you in a state that I believe BA is FBS. The BA is BS. They told me I did not believe life don't offer you no guarantees. I got friends with master's degrees, all working down at the Applebee's, and they busted their ass, but the market crashed. Now they're washing dishes in the back, mopping floors and rubber mats, but they borrowed 90 grand and gotta pay it back. I'm going for the bronze. I'm gonna knock it in the park, 'cause I'm not trying to get too far ahead. A pretty good GPA get you in a state that I feel like BA is FBS. The BA is BS. Go to bed, go back to bed, stay in bed till 10 a.m. And if I shoot for the moon, I may not hit the stars, but I bet you I can hit on that guy at the bar.
Hey, baby, you got a job?
Nah, but I've got a roommate who does. I think he's got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going for the bronze. Yeah, I don't need to break a sweat, 'cause I'm not trying to get too far ahead. A pretty good GPA will get you into state where you can drink okay beer and give worse head. It turns out that I believe BA is really BS.
I just want to say that I do think it's very important that everyone gets an education. I just don't think it should cost that much. I don't think you should have to like lie and say that your daughter is gonna be, on the polo team or whatever to get that done. When she can't swim. We got water polo, right? Polo's like a land sport.
There's water polo.
Well, she can't swim and she can't play polo either. She shouldn't get to go for free.
Isn't real polo more of like a British thing? Oh, yeah, it's on horse. Oh, yeah, that's pretty complicated. Yeah, she can't ride a horse either.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna call that good enough. I think it's no coincidence that the first part of the word Manhattan is man. Yeah, so when I was writing this song, I wasn't sure which one of them was trying to kill me more. And so thus, I had to combine the subjects, which are to me, in fact, inextricable. So, sometimes you sober up and you realize, I can't stand him, So, yeah. This song's called Deliver. Store. They aren't on their way home anymore. Put that bourbon straight down the drain. From now on, it's just coffee and Perrier. She don't know when got there back in. Just know enough to know all of that stuff had to change. Just like that Manhattan, he had in him strong but sweet, touch of bitter. Just a taste could awake the need in her. She told him, don't come back like that bad habit, feeding me the same lines. It'll be different this time. Don't deliver. Took the diamond off, put it in a box. What else? There's his t-shirt, a pair of socks, and now the faucet broke. Fix it on her own. Put a clock where that picture frame used to go. When it comes from him, don't answer it. Give in to that craving and lose all control. 'Cause just like that Manhattan, he had in him strong but sweet, touch of bitter. She told him, don't come back like that bad habit, feeding me the same lines. It'll be different this time. You don't deliver. She ain't gonna hate herself in the morning. 'Cause just like that Manhattan, he had in him strong but sweet, touch of bitter. Just a taste could awake the need in her. She told him, don't
gonna change, you ain't gonna take my mind from me. Promise just to take the edge off, yeah, you're gonna comfort and love me. Come on, it'll be a lot of fun to play house and make babies. Tell me I don't have a problem now that you've come to save me. Feeding me the same lines, it'll be different this time. And you don't live
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That song is so fun to sing.
Kind of feels like I went flying twice today, you know? For a minute there, like my feet weren't touching the ground. That was great. Thank you for being the wind beneath my wings. I did not write that. Well, my dad died. Gosh, 2021 was hard. 2021 has been real hard. You know, I just thought that, we were gonna resolve some things before he died, you know? And I don't know why I thought that, because it just doesn't really ever happen, but I really thought that there would be more time. So what's been really interesting is that I feel like he's been showing up more now. Like every time my guitar goes out of tune, I know that's him. But I don't think he ever heard this song when he was alive, and I can't help but feel like, even though there's a few digs in it, that he's not, you know, he's not guiding my fingers, you know, singing along when I play it. So that's the wrong knob. Sorry, let me just tune this really quick. Okay. The song's called Daddy O' Mine.
They used to tell me that I had your eyes, a little bit sad and a little bit wise. You covered your face with an old Stetson hat and a Marlboro cigarette colored mustache. If you cared under there, I never knew that. Here I go again, trying to find the man who won't end up leaving without giving a reason. When I was a little girl, I liked to trace all the lines that you had in your forehead and face. Were they put there by worry or put there by time? When I asked, you said it was no business of mine. If you were in pain, I never knew why. Here I go again, trying to find a man who won't end up leaving without giving a reason. And I always said you were misunderstood, that your heart had been carved from an old block of wood. And now I've been called selfish and told I'm unkind, so I guess I take after that daddy of mine.
so much. I very much enjoyed having Alice Wallace as my backup singer.
I love
Yeah.
being your backup singer. Those are great songs. I hope you guys will pick up a copy of the Trash Cannon album, as she calls it over there.
About the trashiest parts of my life and yours.
Well, we're going to do a little song here yes. I'm like, what's our set list again? Of course, I didn't write it down. We're going to do a song that has become a bit of a side pony anthem in a way, because the very first time we did a photo shoot,
We were looking for a carousel horse,
we were.
and it couldn't be attached to a carousel because then there would be kids in the pictures. It
Yeah,
didn't
and
really make sense.
And you got to have like release forms and
Yeah.
stuff, like if they end up on your album cover.
We need like a
who's that kid?
freestanding carousel horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we contacted this photographer that like I had met like once before, and I was like, I don't even know if she'll take our photos. We'll see, because she happens to also be Dolly Parton's photographer.
Then we were like, okay, well, we got to use her. And then she was like, oh, you know who has a carousel horse? Lynn Anderson.
Yeah. She's like, I think there's one at Lynn Anderson's house. Let me call up Lisa, her daughter. And sure enough, they had a freestanding carousel horse at the house, and they said, come on over, come shoot some photos.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to shoot photos with the carousel horse and in the rose garden.
Yeah.
So,
And
although
we can like go back in there anytime we want. Like we can't go in, but we can go outside.
and we probably should, because it was winter and all the roses were dead, but just the fact that we were standing in Lynn Anderson's rose garden was pretty darn exciting. And then
Yeah.
Caitlin left her phone there.
Well, yeah, because I didn't take my medicine for that. And so we had to go back and get the phone. And when Lisa answered the door, who we met that time, we said, I beg your pardon. I left my iPhone in your rose garden.
And then she gave us all this stuff.
She
Like
gave
she was
us
like, here's a
stuff.
T-shirt and a vinyl and a little rose pen.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
We
So-
took our rose pens out to the rose garden and took pictures. And yeah. Now we sing the song everywhere we go
Yeah.
because got to.
It's a great song. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. You guys might know this one, probably.
Sing along, Louise.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you take, you gotta give. So live and let live and let go. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I can write a tune and promise you the moon, but if that's what it takes to hold you, just as soon let you go. And there's one thing I want you to know. The sweet talking you could make it come true. I would give you the world right now on a silver platter. But what would it matter? So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. I can promise you things like big diamond rings, but you don't see roses growing on stalks of clover. So you better That's a fun song.
Thank you for sounding like 200 people.
Yep. We love it. We love it. Oh my gosh. After being stuck inside for a year or more, how long has it been? I keep saying it's a year and it's been like 3. It is so nice to get to play for real people in your beautiful masks. Of course, Susan and Todd win for best masks of the evening. You guys don't even stand a chance, but
They got rhinestone masks.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. You know, I mean, it's true. Like, we could have shown up and you all could have just been like, you know, iPad heads attached to Segways or something, you know? It's like, aren't you kind of afraid that people are going to, like, be digital when you meet them?
One day. If it keeps going the way it is. Anyway. Well, all right. So now I'm going to recruit Caitlin to be my backup singer for a few songs.
Oh, it's all I've ever wanted to be.
I put my last album out in 2019. I can't believe it's been so long now. But again, like the last 3 years barely counted. So it's called Into the Blue. I know a few of you guys out there already have a copy. And I'm going to sing a few songs from that. This is a song that I wrote one afternoon when I was trying to come up with a song to write. And it just seemed like every idea I had already been done 1,000 times before. And I was like, I just don't want to write, you know, one of those songs again. But then I thought, okay, well, if I don't have anything new to say today, maybe I should just write the same old song, but with a new way. So this is called The Same Old Song. I need a moment, a reason, a ride. Feels like I've lost a little piece of my mind. And I've been searching my whole life long, trying to find a new way to sing the same old song. We all have our moments when everything's clear. Other times we wonder why we're even here, holding our own or barely holding on, trying to find a new way to sing the same old song. Now don't you try. Don't you try to say this life can't be something more than these sleepless nights. Oh, not knowing quite what you're looking Jimmy Cormier over there. Now don't you try. Don't you try to say this life can be something more than these sleepless nights, not knowing quite what you're looking for. Give me that moment, it'll be worth your while. May make myself crazy, maybe that's my style. Oh, but I'm not content with just humming along. No, I'll find a new way
It does sound good in here. Real good.
Man, it's fun being up here. Thanks for rocking, guys.
Isn't she classy? She's classy.
Okay, we're gonna do another song off that record. This is the very first song on that record, which I never really say a whole lot about, except for usually just say it was about a really bad online date I had one time. Yeah, you go on a date with a singer-songwriter, you never know. You might live on forever in the form of a song. And at least then we get something good out of it. This is called The Lonely Talkin'. What just happened? I think I lost my mind. I counted down the last 14 days, 2 weeks of wasted time. Hands at 10 and 2. Holding on to what is left. I catch a glimpse of your back in my rear view, like a punch in the gut with every step. That wasn't me, it was lonely talking. She shows up every now and then. Waves of wanting swaying across your kitchen floor. Sent a glim and I give in as you steer to the perfect storm. Why did I leave and why did you let me in? Drive away in a whiskey-soaked alert. Didn't I seem strong on the outside? 'Cause I was trying damn hard to hide the hurt. That wasn't me, it was a lonely talking. She shows up every now and then. The girl you see got lost in something you said. This isn't what I wanted, it's just a lonely talking. She's telling me that I really need this. Suddenly you're the only one. She says I don't deserve this. When will I learn that? I will never find someone. That wasn't me, it was a lonely talking. She shows up every now and then. Whoa. All right. We having a good time out there yet? Oh, man. All right, we're going to bring it down a little bit for this last one of my songs from Into the Blue. And of course, I had to do the title track.
This is gonna be in the running of my favorite.
Oh.
Aliceville. It's in the top 3. I will say.
I wrote this, a few years back. Geez, probably now it's about 5 years ago when I really think about it. And it was a New Year's Eve, and I remember I didn't have a gig, so I sat home to write a song. And of course, New Year's Eve is a good time to think about, what has been and what will be. And I was thinking about my decision to quit my job and play music for a living and all of the ups and downs that ensued. But, I wouldn't trade a minute of it. I don't think any of us would. Maybe a minute or two every once in a while. And so often people come up to us at shows and they're like, you are so lucky to be like living your dream. And we know we are so lucky. And I just want to tell everybody, like I kind of wrote this song as a way to be like, you know what, do it too in whatever way you can. If you have to move back in with your parents, it'll be okay. They will let you come back. At least mine did.
Yourself.
I guess that isn't like universally true, but in my case,
Living the dream in a Mazda 3.
yes.
Just wrote that.
Yeah, we spent about 3 months in my Mazda 3 last summer. We are still friends.
Yeah.
Somehow.
We went to therapy. It's fine.
You do what you got to do, and you get back out, and we're in her RAV4 this time. I think that's why it's going better this time. Little more room, slightly more room. Okay, I'm going to play a song. This is called The Blue. Sail away into the blue. It's out there waiting. It could be waiting for you. You're only scared of the things that you can't see. See in your dream. It's all a mystery, an untold story, a blank page waiting for a line, a metronome just marking time. And now you stand right at the edge, where you'll go and where you've been. The only certainty is you and the blue. And the blue. Sail away till you can't see. Speck of land or the person you used to be. A place where you can hear what they all say. And all the pain and the shame of the world fall away. It's all a mystery, an untold story, a blank page waiting for a line, a metronome just marking time. And now you stand right at the edge, going to keep saying it feels really good to play these songs. Man.
Now might be a good time to tell you that you can find these songs on Spotify, Apple Music. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Bumble, Hinge, and Match. Not together.
Oh, yeah, we had to get off Tinder. That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we're done with that one. Tinder's like COVID-y.
Yes. Inexplicably, Caitlin and I are both still single. And, it's just not right. And we do spend an awful lot of time talking about it. And it sometimes makes its way into our songwriting.
Mm-hmm. So we've made peace because, because what are you going to do? This song's called Old Woman.
When I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. Exactly the kind that I've always dreamed of. May not have our whole lives ahead of us, but whatever we have will be more than enough. He'll hold my hand when we walk down the street. He'll stop in the shop to buy me an ice cream. It'll be all the more thoughtful and sweet when he struggles to get up and give me his seat. When I'm an old woman, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. We'll watch the sunset from the swing on the porch of a house we don't gotta pay off anymore. May not have little ones running around, but we'll have our hands full with our tired old hound. When I'm an old woman, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. I've got a date on the weekend when I go to meet him. History tells me not to expect much, but if he's good to me like my old man will be, maybe we'll start our old lives when we're young. Or I'll be an old woman when I fall in love. When I'm an old woman, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. When I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love.
We'll let that just go out to anyone who identifies as old, single, and woman.
That's you, Austin? Okay. That one goes out to Austin.
The pretty one.
I know.
The pretty one over there with the mermaid hair. Just brings us to our next topic.
It does.
Alice and I are not human beings. We are mermaids. If you splash our feet, they'll sprout fins And we won't be able to walk to the merch table. You have to drag us over there. Or hop to our car.
Plus, they just replaced the carpet, so don't splash us, or they will be mad at us.
Yeah.
Too. That too.
Yeah. So you can't see it, is what I'm saying. But you could hear about it.
Yes, that was another pandemic adventure. In addition to forming a band, we became mermaids. And I went out to Colorado to visit her because there weren't that many COVID cases in Durango because it's kind of smaller as opposed to Nashville where it was just raging because they never even really shut down Broadway.
Yeah, I took the opportunity to go home and freeload off my parents.
Yeah,
I had a good excuse. They were like, you can't come home, to because you need a place to crash when you're not touring, but you can come home when there's a worldwide pandemic. So it's not like they do love me.
They do. I know, and I had just moved to Nashville, and I barely knew anybody. I moved there in December, and then the world shut down in March. I was like, sweet, okay, now I can't leave the house. Perfect. So we started writing on Zoom every week. That was the one thing I had to look forward to. And then she's like, just come out to Colorado. And, I bought the whole, face shield and mask and, showed up in, a hazmat suit. And I'm like, okay, let's do this.
And we were very productive.
Right, but I didn't, literally that flight, I did not eat or drink anything the entire time because I was so petrified. I was just like.
She was in a denim hazmat suit. I mean, that's what she showed up in, and I was like, this must be photographed. I'm sure you can see it on the socials.
I was very dehydrated when I got there. But I showed up and we were going to write songs and everything, and she's like, actually, no, we're just going to become mermaids. And so we got these great mermaid tales. And just hopped around the house for 2 weeks and did live streams.
Well, priorities. We were always going to get to the work. It was just we had to, you just did things to stay sane, that you didn't know you needed to do. We needed this. So we became mermaids. And we did live streams, and we would high-five our fins together, and people would send us money on PayPal.
Flips for tips.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we cover every song you ever heard in The Little Mermaid. And because that's the only mermaid songs, and they have the monopoly on them. So, and then the people we made our record with were like, you have to stop doing that because that's, because you're old, so stop. And we were like, don't dash our dreams. And also, we are really mermaids too, duh. So,
so we had to write our own song.
Right.
About how hard it is to be a mermaid.
And that's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We needed a deep mermaid song. Mm-hmm. Couldn't be shallow. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop saying that. It's losing its effect.
Well, we just need to come up with more puns.
If you got some more mermaid puns for us, let us know.
We finally wrote a mermaid song. No, it didn't work either. They're harder than you think. Seaweed. What I mean? Okay, seaweed I mean? Okay. Moving on.
This is called Under the Surface.
I've got a little secret, I've always had to keep it. Don't know how long, but long enough. The centuries keep adding up. If anyone discovered this, they'd sell me to the circuses or lock me up inside a zoo, just like my poor old friend Shamu. So I've been hiding in plain sight, making sure that I stay dry, declining invitations to parties and vacations, barbecue or birthday bash by swimming pools where I'll get splashed, risk exposing what I am, get deported from the land. Still waters run deep, you can't always see it when somebody's hurting. It takes the bravest face to bear the weight of the heaviest burden. Cut me and I'll bleed, I'm still a person. History's not been kind to us. We shipwrecked brave Odysseus. Beware the siren song of old, as if we feed on sailor souls. Columbus thought he saw us too, a man so easily confused, mistaking us for manatees. It's more like Daryl Hennessy. But my legs don't go on for days. When I come over, I can't stay for caviar, expensive wine. Pisces isn't just my sign, but who could ever understand why I sleep on kelp and sand, a good book and a bubble bath, and I become my better half. Still waters run deep. You can't always see it when somebody's hurting. Takes the bravest face to bear the weight of the heaviest burden. Cut me and I'll bleed. I'm still a person. We're not all that different under the surface. Under the surface. Under the surface. Under the surface.
You get it? Okay, I'm just checking.
Yep, that one was a fun one to write.
We did have a wonderful man read a wonderful review of that song, and he said, that it was a really great statement about social injustice and inequality. And we were like, dude, that song's about mermaids.
I mean, and social injustice and inequality, but
Well,
But he didn't mention the mermaids. It's like, what? So this next one is the first song that Caitlin and I ever wrote together. We met in Nashville about 3 years ago now. Before I had even moved there, she was splitting her time between Colorado and Nashville, just going over there and writing tons of songs like she does. She's always got a song going. And we were both at a writer's round. I was there for Americana Fest. And I was sitting at the bar, and she leaned over me, and she ordered a club soda with a splash of sugar-free Red Bull. And
sometimes I drink that.
And I thought, who is this mysterious woman? And we started
she
chatting.
Was like, slow down. I was like, I lost my privileges. This is all I can do.
And she said, hey, you want to come over tomorrow and write a song? Because that's what you do in Nashville. It's like the Nashville handshake. It's like, hey, you want to write a song? You just like constantly are writing songs with people. And it was kind of intimidating for me. Like I wasn't living there yet, and I didn't really do much co-writing. But there was something about that drink order that made me think, maybe there's something here.
Maybe this will be weird.
Yeah. So I went over there, and we wrote this song.
Yeah. And if it weren't for this having gone well, we probably wouldn't have any of the songs that we played for you tonight. So
No.
we hope you like it. It's called Pressin' My Luck.
A little bit late is still almost on time. So I'm going 80 in a 55. Grinding the gears till I burn out the clutch. I'm always pressing my luck. Half of the truth's not completely alive. justify the things I say, looking you right in the eye. I know your forgiveness has limits, my love, but I can't help caressing my love. Playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute. Spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always caressing my love. The one thing I know that would break me apart is having you hate me when I break your heart. If that doesn't change me, I must be crazy. Playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute. Spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always caressing my love. I'm always caressing my love. A little bit late is still almost on.
The song that started it all. So we only have one more Side Pony song for you here.
One more chance to win you over. We better make it good.
We'll try to make this one good. This is another pandemic-related song. You know, of course, since our band started during the pandemic, we had to write at least a couple about...
We'll have new songs next year. They won't have anything to do with it.
Right, because it's over, right? It's like it's gone. Yeah.
I mean, we said that in, it's fun.
I know. When we wrote this song, we're like, we need to put this album out now because this song isn't going to be relevant much longer. And then it's like, oh.
And now we keep having to change the year. We've changed it from 2020 to 21, and now it's 22. Somehow it still rhymes. I don't know how we do that.
Keep changing the words a little bit, but yeah, I know. Yeah, because this one I started one day because, I had moved to Nashville expecting to be a touring musician. I barely knew anybody in town, and then I couldn't leave the house. And, I don't know about you guys, but I was definitely feeling a lack of motivation to do anything. It was pretty much like, oh, I could, learn a new language or, write the great American novel or just see what's new on Netflix today. Wait for Trash Day to come around again. And so I started writing about that, just this never-ending cycle of just not really wanting to do anything. Although at least I did something. I wrote a song about it. But then I got about halfway through the first verse, and I was like, oh no, this needs a Caitlin touch.
Can be relied upon for jokes.
Yes, she is good with the jokes. So we came up with this one. It's called All the Time in the World. Goes a little like this.
Stayed up late again last night 'cause I knew I could sleep in. I got up and made my bed just to crawl back in again. My schedule is wide open, my big chance to shoot the moon. I've got all the time in the world, not one thing that I want to do.
Well, I watched everything on Netflix, and even Hulu's picks are slim. Still, I'm not quite bored enough to watch Breaking Bad again. I might be forced to read a book once I run out of shows. I've got all the time in the world and no place to go.
true. I've got all the time in the world, not one thing that I can do. Well, I swiped through every guy on Tinder.
She did.
And then I got up the nerve to ask.
Tell us, Alice.
He looked nothing like his picture, but it might have been the mask. And he seemed a little distanced when I leaned in for a kiss. I've got all the time in the world and no one to spend it with.
Well, since I never leave the house, I figured I'd sign up for Prime. And now my favorite person is the Amazon delivery guy. I ordered a swimmable neoprene tropical sunrise mermaid tail, which I've mentioned many times, and I wore that a lot while I watched Vikings on my couch.
I ordered a 52,000 piece 3D puzzle of the Great Wall of China so I could just like wrap it around the outside of my house.
That's crazy. I ordered a Ouija board, yeah, and I got a good discount on it because it didn't have any vowels. But now, well, I don't know who's moving it, but I'm pretty sure I'm talking to my dad. But I might be talking to a dude. I don't know, but either way.
I ordered this fancy planner so I could, sort of like feel like I had some organization, some purpose. But of course I had no plans to put in it.
I ordered,
Yes.
bingo, and I hope it comes today. 'Cause I've got all the time in the world and more bills than I can pay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, la, da, 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 oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Summer it was canceled, and fall and winter too.
For all we knew, we'd be stuck inside till 2022.
But if there's a silver lining to all the beaches being closed,
It's that I can keep eating all of my feelings, and nobody will know. I got all the time I always wished I had. The world is my oyster, but I think mine's gone bad. Careful what you wish for, 'cause it might just come true. I've got all the time in the world, not one thing that I can do. I've got all the time in the world, not one thing that I can do.
I'm sure you guys also ordered a lot of random things on Amazon. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah.
statistically speaking, 3 of us ordered a blow-up doll. I'm not going to say who. I'm just statistically speaking. So you know you're not alone.
She still hasn't told me where she gets her statistics, but
Well, it's not science, Alice.
right. Well, we have one more song planned for you guys tonight, but before we do that, I think we got to introduce these fine fellas up on stage with us. First over here on that Telecaster, Mr. Jimmy Cormier. And then back here on the drums, Mr. Jim Doyle. And the non-Jim of the group, with the mermaid hair, Mr. Austin Callender.
Pretty Austin Calendar.
Well, you know, if you've seen one of my shows here in Orange County, you might realize that I end every show with a yodel. But now we're side ponies, so Caitlin had to get in on the yodeling as well.
I'm available for hire backing, if you need a backing yodelist. That's what I do. I do the backing yodels.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's darn good at them.
Yeah. And we're so happy to have a place to do our harmonic yodeling tonight. Thanks so much to Campus Jacks for having us. The staff has been amazing. Golden, Mike, you guys are the best sound team around.
I know.
So please
Christopher,
have us
thank
back
you.
again.
And actually, this literally is the last song we have planned. We didn't plan an encore, so just so you know, this is the encore.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you guys want to hear an encore?
Now.
Okay. If you insist. So, here is a side pony version of the classic Jimmy Rogers / Dolly Parton song, Mule Skinner Blues.
Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain. Good morning to you, sir. Hey, hey, yeah. Do you need another mule skinner? Down on your new mud run. Hey, hey, yeah. Well, I'm a lady mule skinner from down on Tennessee way. Yeah, yeah. I can make any mule listen. I won't accept your pay. No way, yeah. Hey, 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 gee. Hey, hey, little water boy, won't you bring your water around? Hey, yeah, yeah. If you don't like your job, well, you can throw your bucket down. Hey, yeah, throw it down, boy. Hey, hey, oh, gee. What you got there, Jimmy? I've been working down in Georgia at a greasy spoon cafe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just to let a no good man call every cent of my pay.
I'm sick of it, and I want to be a mule skinner.
Thank you all so very much. Come see us in the back. We've got
We'll be right back there.
we've got CDs and vinyl and coffee mugs and side pony scrunchies, so you can make your very own side pony. Thanks, Christopher.
And that is Side Pony, everybody. Side Pony here at Campus Jacks. It's the time of night we'd ordinarily ask if you want to see an encore, but they've given you everything they've got. How about that? Side Pony, everybody. Alice Wallace, Caitlin Cannon. Does anybody out there want to take them home with you? Just visit the merch table and they'll fix you up and give you plenty of things to take home to remind you of this great show, huh? What a great show. And what about this new sound system? This is a QSC fine-tuned sound system they just installed last week. So Campus Jacks keeps putting more and more money into this great music and giving us a chance to bring the best roots music to Orange County. Couple of quick things. On February 6th, we have our next Hillbilly Jazz show. It stars Little Sue and the Cow Tippers, as well as Rockabilly with Amber Fox. So that's a 5 p.m. matinee show on Sunday, February 6th. Please be there for that one. Don't forget, February 18, we just announced the life and times of Buddy Holly. This is going to be a celebration you won't believe. We've got Big Sandy, we've got Little Sue, we've got all kinds of great performers like Carl Sonny Leland and Tommy Harkenrider and Miss Mac from the Moontones. So J.P. McDermott and the Western Bop are going to be holding the stage all that day. It's a Friday night, and it's going to be awesome. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate your support. Everybody out there on the internet, thank you for tuning in. Good night from Stellar Shows at Campus Jacks.